Exclamation, everybody, and welcome back to LiveCraftMine server, vanilla Minecraft. And as you saw in my little sped up sequence here, oh, just got some frame rate there. As you saw in my little sped up sequence here, laying out the framework for another build. This one's going to take me a while, as they all tend to do. But this is not what I'm going to work on today. This, by the way, is the going to be the future home of the Serenity Public Library. I'm going to try to use some of this polished whatchamadoozit on the base, and I might do a different, a different style above it. As you can see, I was using just a cobblestone to sort of plan out what I want to do here, and I'm filling in. Oh. I'm attempting to fill in holes wherever I see them. If you followed my live stream last night, which would have been Monday night for me, you know that I talked a little bit about this public library, what I want to try to do here, and I was thinking of doing it over there because it's visible to the city itself, immediately visible, especially the people spawning in and whatnot. But I decided that there's not enough room over there. Given that there are other people who have just joined and are doing stuff over there. There's one build over there that's been way back from when, and I don't know if that person is still active or not, or will be active once we get out of snapshot ranges and they can, the computer could catch up with it, whatever it might be. But a new person did join, and I'm probably going to butcher the name, but I'll say it. Kazua Kazaki? I'll say it real fast, that way if I butchered it you won't know. Oh, this guy, he's got my number. Hey guy, I got your number now, and I ain't calling you back. See, just a little peek over there. He's been building something over there, so I don't want to encroach on any of that land either. So I decided, since I'm already building huge, massive stuff over here, I might as well continue. And really, the other impetus for doing it here, besides the fact that this is going to be rather large, is that I always wanted to sort of terraform this a little bit and make like little parks and stuff around here. I think it would look better, though, if I made sort of a, like a rotunda or something here that goes in line with the library. So you could, come over here and sit down on picnic benches, or sit down on benches and have maybe trees, maybe a statue. I'm thinking of perhaps putting a statue there somewhere. And I think that'll fit the theme here a lot better. Unfortunately, it butts right up against my farm, which doesn't really fit the theme. But it's, I still want it to be accessible to those in the city, because it's going to be a useful resource. And I'll just explain again, like, sort of what I'm going for here. This is typically when people do like libraries and stuff in Minecraft, they're like, oh, I'm gonna have just enchanted books in there, and you can come in and maybe buy some books from me or whatnot. This one is going to be a truly free library. There's not going to be any books per se in there. I'm not taking the same approach. My approach is more of a I am tired of looking things up on the wiki approach. One of the reasons I like FTB so much is NEI, not enough items, where you can just go right into NEI and see all the crafting recipes you need without having to jump out into the wiki and all that stuff. And I'm going to do the same idea here for the library. I'm going to have bookshelves and whatnot. And boy, I'm getting just frame rate right here for some reason. I think there's a cave under here. I heard some zombies and whatnot. So maybe that's what's doing it. But there's a... I'm going to have bookshelves and stuff, and I'm going to have, little tables and everything else in here. But it's mostly going to be, in between the bookshelves, is going to be, chests like that, with an item frame on it, and whatever is in the item frame, say a lead, for instance, you come up to it and you say, okay, how do I craft a lead? And you look in the chest and it gives you the crafting recipe. Or how do I brew this or brew that? And you same idea there. And I'll have like crafting tables in here and some brewing stations as well. And then everybody can just come in and, you know, they can look up a recipe for something. You bring your own materials, of course. Look up a recipe for something, leave it there in the chest, and then come over and craft whatever you got to craft. And then you don't have to, you know, maybe it'll save you a trip to the wiki. Maybe, perhaps, or maybe not. Who knows? Anywho, rambled on about that probably longer than I really wanted to. What I want to do today is what I promised you that I would do last episode, or even the episode prior to that. I don't remember which one. And I want to work on the farm here, and this is growing pretty well right now since I've been over here. I do want to work on these stands a little bit, but I might not do that this episode. This episode, I want to kind of pick up where I was on the stuff that I was doing in the live stream. There's also a few items of interest over here. So you'll see over in this direction, I have begun to plan out what the farmhouse is going to look like. Now, all the blocks you see there are temporary. That's just me. I might not necessarily do it in that wood. I'm definitely not going to do cobblestone. It's just temporary so I could measure out and see what size everything's going to be. I think, you know, I've looked at some pictures of farmhouses on the internet, and I think I'm going to make it with white clay, white stained clay, white hardened clay, and but we'll see. I'm not quite sure yet. I haven't planned any of this out in creative. Normally I would do something like this in creative, and then I would know what kind of color schemes I want and stuff like that. I'm doing this one entirely on the server because, number one, it's a lot more fun. Number two, creative mode, when you know what you want, is bad. Like if you don't know what you want and you're just kind of derping around, creative mode's kind of good. But if you do know what you want, you know what shape you want, but you don't know what textures you want, creative mode kind of sucks in that regard because it's very, the UI is not optimized for that kind of thing, and it's just, to me anyway, that's the way it feels. So that is why I'm doing it mostly right on the server here. I just want to make sure that I don't waste too many materials in doing it, because especially the clay, because it's a pain in the neck to come upon clay here. I apparently there is a mesa biome somewhere, but I have no idea where that is. Ooh, Mac the Rainbow, huh? I have never seen this person before. Hello. And their name's still white too, so they haven't been given a bucket yet. And speaking of buckets, speaking of holes, well, we have been visited by the Drive-By Hole Diggers Inc. bus. Apparently, ToadDude has given us a little present. This, by the way, freaking hilarious, man. I came on last night, and I was just walking through here. I was on the live stream, and I was just coming over. I wanted to start clearing that out and get some work done on there. And I walk by here, and I go, wait a second. What is this? And this is really awesome. This is, I cannot, there are no words to describe the awesomeness of this. So this is great. Thank you, Toad. He left some some dirt and some stone shovels. That's his tools of the trade there. That is very good. I appreciate that much. I actually took some screenshots of it. I'll probably put them up on the Reddit as well. Make sure that he sees it. But that's pretty funny. I laughed heartily when I saw that. Let's come over here now, and we'll just take a look at what I've started. Now you might be asking why so big, and to be honest, I did this on purpose because I want this to be, normally when I build a house, right, it's got maybe 2, maybe 3 rooms to it, right? He's got the main room. It's got maybe an upstairs room and in some cases a basement area. And I want to do something a little bit more than that this time around. I want to have a proper house with proper rooms inside of it. You know, like a living room, a kitchen area, a foyer, Fourier transform, you know, and then have it upstairs and all that stuff, bedrooms and all the like, and bathroom and all that kind of thing. And I haven't finished, as you see, I haven't finished digging this out, but this is going to go out as far as it goes out in front here. And then this around the edge will be the wraparound porch, which is why I say it's going to go out. This is going to go out further. A lot of that hill is going to get chopped down. A lot of these trees are going to go away. And the house is going to, much like it would in a farmhouse, it'll hang over, you know, second floor will hang over this porch here, and we'll have posts to, you know, keep it up in the air and all that stuff, and a little fence around here. And this will be, and once I figure out what material I want to make it, this will be the wraparound porch, and you'll have a door here and a door out back. And to top it all off, I was thinking of, you know, I had mentioned in an earlier video that I was going to fill all this in. Now that I look at it, and I've looked at some things online, I realized that most of the farmhouses I've seen online, most of the ones of the type that I am going for, the look and feel that I'm going for, are have crawl spaces underneath them, much like this appears to have right now, right? So with that said, I'm going to go through and clear out most of this dirt under here, and just have, you know, have it sit on cinder block like things, probably just regular brick, red brick, and then put some kind of decoration around there, probably either a fence or maybe the trap doors, if I can make them look right. That would probably be a good thing there. And that's that. And then I have to do a whole lot of interior decorating once I get the exterior done. So my goal for today is I want to at least attempt to get the front looking somewhat decent. I'm not going to have the materials yet that I want. I'm just going to use the wood that I have now, and just get rid of some of this cobble. And then at a later date, I will replace it with materials that I think are more appropriate. And then I'm going to do that off camera, and then I will be right back with the results. Okay, I'm back. It's been about an hour, I'd say, since I last was talking here. A bunch has happened. I didn't get as much done as I had hoped to get done. Those glass panes are actually going to be full panes of glass, or full blocks of glass. I just don't have the glass on me right now. I only had panes of glass right now. And again, all of this wood and stuff is just temporary right now. I'm just laying out how I want this to look. This is not necessarily going to be the way it looks. It's just what I'm trying. I'm just trying to get the basic shape here. You can see I have sort of the railing set up here. Oh, finally the the rain has stopped here. And I have the posts sort of. I don't know if I'm going to go with just these fence posts like this, or I'm thinking more of probably obsidian, or not obsidian, quartz pillar blocks maybe here for the actual pillars. And the house will extend out further. Obviously, it'll extend out to this whole to encompass this whole corner here. But I'm just doing the front right now to see what it would look like. Trying to find good window placements here. The front door, which you walk up into, and you notice that I've built this up a little bit because I was down on the wrong block. I was one down too far, and I took some hardened clay, and I made white hardened clay, and Mojang, this is not white. I hate to tell you, this is some kind of creamy substance that is not white. So probably not going to use that. Actually, now that I think about it, I might use that as the bottom layer here rather than wood, and have that be sort of the stucco or whatever down the bottom. But for the top, I'll have to find some other block that complements that, I would say. And yeah, this is what I got so far. I would have had a little bit more done here. Unfortunately, I went back to my house at spawn to get some materials, and a creeper managed to spawn in one block. Look at all these zombies. Look, they're admiring my house. See that they're already using the steps and everything. Yeah, creeper managed to spawn on the second floor of my house. Must have been one block there that was just dark enough for him to spawn on. And I was looking at my chest, and all of a sudden he comes walking down the steps and kablooey, blew out the side of my house. So I had to spend a little time fixing that, which is unfortunate because that took away from the time I had to do this. But that is the way of things. That was nobody's fault but my own. So that is the way that goes. That is the way the cookie crumbles, as they would. So I think that's about going to do it. Before I leave, though, I don't know how long this episode's been going for. I've been just recording straight through here and just being silent the whole time. So I don't know. I've lost track of time along the way here, so I have no idea how long this episode's going to be. But I'm going to artificially extend it slightly longer. First of all, I haven't worked anymore on the roof here. I will do that at some point. And we also have to, do the inaugural flush here where we see how much we actually got out of it now that the server's not lagging anymore. And next time I've got to actually get these stands finished. I've got plenty of nether wart now, which is awesome and terrific. But I want to catch you up with something else I did off camera over at the Flying Pig here. The Flying Pig is Flying Pig. Wow, I keep saying that. I keep saying it. It's the Flying Squid, not the Flying Pig. The Flying Pig, just as a little informational thing. I named the Flying Squid after a bar that I used to frequent that was across the street from my first real job, my first real world job. And the bar was called the Flying Pig, which is why I keep calling this the Flying Pig when it's the Flying Squid. But that's neither here nor there. That is why I keep messing up the name here, because I keep thinking of that and saying the wrong thing. So there you go. That is a little bit of information you probably didn't care about, but I gave it to you anyway. Damn it. Let's run over here just very quickly. Is there anything? No. Okay. Just wondering if the signs had said something different. And down below here, I have gone through and I've changed, as I had mentioned in one episode. I changed the fences here. I'm using nether brick fence. I think this looks better because it doesn't look as there's not as much wood in here as there was before. You know what I mean? It looks a lot better. It has more contrast. That's the word I was looking for. And also, I have a microphone, sort of. This is the best I could do as far as getting a microphone up here. I put a flower in a frame here, and just very basic stuff. I tried a couple different things on the stream, and nothing was looking decent. This looks at least somewhat like a like a microphone. So I think this area is relatively complete. I'm going to get 2 more pictures to put up here, just small, long, thin ones up here, and then that will be. Other than that, I have to figure out my torch situation here. I need to get some lighting in here, and then get these torches up, and then this downstairs will then be done completely, and almost the entire flying pig here, or I did it again, flying squid here. Almost all of the flying squid here will be done, except for a few little pieces. I'm going to have some signs up here, and obviously we're going to have a cooking episode at some point, and get our actual brews going here so that we have something to sell, and then we'll open it up for business. We'll actually put I might put like a free sample thing out here so that people could try out some of my wares without oh, hey. Hi, Captain Lamp. How are you? So that is what I've been up to, and I think that will just about do it for this episode. Hopefully it was a relatively normal length one, but we'll see once I go to edit it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.